What's up everybody, Murta here, and today video we are taking back where we finished in the previous one about choosing our main class for BFA, and for today I'm going to cover quickly the states of the Death Knight in Battle for Azeroth. The reason why I want to start from the Death Knight is because it has been my main character from Wrath of the Lich King since Warlords of Draenor. On Legion I wanted to try something different, so I played Warrior, a bit of Druid, then over to Warlock, but for BFA I want to give to the Death Knight another go, and that's why I want to cover it first, before every other class. So, starting off with my favorite specs, Anoli. So, Anoli has not received so many changes in the transition from Legion to BFA, apart that Apocalypse, the artifact ability, is baseline to the specs. Yeah. But we have lost the Summon Gargoyle. In fact, now it's a spell in a level 100 talent together with an Holy Frenzy, which increases our ace for 12% and makes our auto attack create a festering wound of the target. And Army of the Damned, they make Death Coil, the Epidemic, reduce the cooldown of Apocalypse of 1 second and Army of the Death by 5 seconds. Summon Gargoyle now works the same way as Dark Arbiter, so not much problem. It's basically they have integrated the two spell into a talent, but I probably believe that Summon Gargoyle will be the only viable choice for this role. While on the level 90 is now became an AoE focused role, in fact Pestilence that make definitely have a 10% chance to up a festering wound of the target. We have of course Defy, and then we have Epidemic. They also have received a significant change. They makes the only Death Knight on AoE situation fights really strong, because now Epidemic causes of course a really plague to flare up, dealing damage and an additional 224 shadow damage to all other enemies near them. But what is so great about it is that Epidemic now costs runic power. Only 30 runic power, so it makes it easily chainable, and an option instead, and another option of instead of Death Coil to consume runic power. So I think it's really interesting. As mobility, we have lost Wraith Walk, which is now a talent on the level 75 row, but now all 3 specs of the Death Knight have that advance as a main talent and Wraith Walk as a talent. So this helps a bit the mobility of the Death Knight, which was something that he was lacking in Legion. Then on level 60 we have Soul Reaper, which I believe has been a bit reworked, because now it is a dot that lasts 8 seconds, and when it kills a target that have that give us experience of honors, it increases our ace by 10% for 8 seconds, and also it generates tunes. So it's really strong compared to probably a Brigade of Doom that makes other Doom trigger 15% more often and accumulate up to 2 charges, or Passive Wounds that makes boosting a Passive Wound have a 10% chance to grant us Runic Corruption. So yeah, I have to say that Anoli comes really strong from it. Also, oh, I forgot, Anoli Blight is really good for a situation, it's been really buffed up. So yes, the Death Knight Anoli on a situation is where it shines the most. So, going to Frost, I have to say it has changed pretty much from Legion. The artifact ability has been put as a talent, so we will have the choice to take it between Ice Cap or Obliteration. Oh, no, sorry, in level 90, we have Frostwing Fury. Instead of Sindragosa Fury, we have, of course, is a 3-minute cooldown, summon a Frostwing Fury left on all enemies within 40 yards in front of you, dealing it does 9,000 damage because I am a level 112, and so with the movement speed of 50 for 10 seconds. Good. This mobility as level 75, as I say, we still have Death Pack, Wraith Walk, and Permafrost. but on the other robot talents they remain pretty much the same. And so this doesn't mean that Frost of Night is in a bad spot. No, his DPS on single target is really strong, so I have to say that he has not suffered this much the transition from Legion to BFA, and it makes it a valuable option. And this is what makes me choosing aspect is that, okay, I have more than a spec available to play, which I enjoy, which I don't really mind playing Frost. I don't like the fact of just the aesthetic of it, because to me the Death Knights needs to wield always a freaking two-hand rune blade, and having instead the Frost one going slicing with two one-handed weapons is not much my favorite. For me, the best probably Frost Death Knight was the one on Kata. It was the one that I enjoyed the most. But yeah, still good. So this makes me Anoli the best my favorite spec, really great. Frost, which is not, but is still in a good situation, so it is a consideration. And there we have Blood. I don't really attack that much with Blood through my experience, but as many people were speaking about, the Blood was in a bad spot. I have to say, not that much. I have played with Saw, Blood of Death Knights, Mythic Plus, Mythic Dungeon here the beta. I have to say they were managing to do their job pretty well. Also, they're probably the class that suffered the less from the change to 5th generation, all thanks to all the refresh they can make. The artifact ability has been made as a talent, is now on the 57 row choice, which is now consumption for second cooldown, strikes, does damage to all the target in front of you, and also heals up for 104% of that damage. But to the rest, there are not many significant changes to it. Of course, we have Death Advance, which is really good as baseline spell. We can take Wraith Walk in case we prefer to use it instead of Grip of the Dead, or Tightening Grasp, which reduces the cooldown of Gorfing Grasp. But yes, I said the numbers. Of course, now Blood shields us all the other active mitigation spell of all the tanks. Instead of giving us a percentage of damage reduction, now increase our armor. So I have to say that it has to be tested, but I believe that probably the Blood Death Knight, as I said before, is a good spot because it don't suffer that much the loss of because it is really good to generate threats. So I think that probably on Mythic Plus, when we have Teaming and Skittish, that Blood Death Knight will be able to manage threat and very easily compared to maybe warriors or paladins, which are like a little more. So yes, so to wrap this up, Blood, it's okay. Frost, it's okay. Anoli, it's great. I really like it. It's even better as it was in Legion. So for me, Death Knight is really a choice for me in BFA. I'm really tempted to have it as a main. I will probably play it as an alt in case I will choose something else. Instead, as I'm doing, I'm not doing it. Probably just doing the artifact, the Mage Tower challenge to gain the artifact skin. But yes, the Death Knight is really strong. Probably second to the warrior, I have to say, both as DPS and tank. So yeah, it's a really strong and solid choice. I suggest you to give it a try. So thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you soon in the next video. Bye bye.